Hello everybody, it is MAGMA and I'm here with a long-awaited LEGO Star Wars set review for you guys. Today we're taking a look at the Clone Turbo Tank from 2005/2006. This is set 7261 with 813 pieces, and it comes with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minifigures. I think two of which are exclusive to this set. And yeah, so this is likely, or I think it is, one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets that I have in my collection, and that most fans agree that this is one of the best LEGOs for Star Wars. So first off, we have the Clone Turbo Tank from 2005. As you can see, it is a great looking set. It is huge. I just never stopped loving this set ever since I got it. And it has so much playability to it. It's huge inside. I mean, it has a lot of space. And there's just so much fun to this set. Obviously, there's a big comparison between the 2011 Clone Turbo Tank, but that's for another LEGO Star Wars video. So starting off and taking a look at the minifigures of this set. First off, we have Mace Windu, a great looking minifigure. Now before we get completely in the minifigures, it is important to know that this set was first released in 2005 with the light up Mace Windu minifigure, and without two clone troopers. And that set sold extremely well in 2005, and hence LEGO in 2006 kept producing and selling the set, but on the conditions obviously of removing Mace Windu because his light up minifigure was too expensive to make, and so on. So now the light up Mace Windu is much more expensive than this one. However, the set is exactly the same, and except for the Mace Windu difference, there is just 1 or 2 more clone troopers and a 13 pieces difference. So not much to go on about. Obviously, we have Mace Windu as one of the cool minifigures of this set, and I personally prefer this one compared to the light up due to its hand mobility and exclusiveness. Then we have the Kashyyyk Trooper, or just Scout Trooper, and this is a very cool minifigure, extremely exclusive to this set. One of the most beloved and expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigures out there. Very nice printing on the legs and torso and back. Then we have one Aerial Trooper, and he is just a regular clone trooper with some equipment for flying, such as a jetpack and a little bit of a bigger blaster, probably a sniper or bazooka. Then we have Clone Commander, and some people say this is Commander Cody, some people say this is Commander Bly. We don't really know, but it's just Clone Commander, so it's Clone Commander with a pauldron on the side, comes with 2 revolvers, a very cool looking minifigure. Then we have 2 regular Clone Troopers, and they don't come with blasters or anything, they just come like that. So kind of weird, but blasters weren't around back then. And finally, we have 2 regular battle droids, and they're just there because, you know, the set wants you to have more minifigures. But it's always nice to get more battle droids. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get straight into the review of this LEGO set. Alright, so here in front of you have the full Turbo Tank set, and the 2005 model and the 2006 model obviously are the same, so they do not vary in any shape. The set is the same. You have these pretty huge wheels. It's built on a structure over here, and a bunch of plates here are just slided on and so on. It's a very weird build, makes it extremely unsturdy. If you drop this set, it will shatter in millions of pieces. However, it is a lot of fun, and the structure works really well when you play and take care of it. Here you have these wheels, and the middle one has some sort of spring, so which allows it to have a more mobility, I think. You could just put your hand there, and the set with ease has this function of like being able to surpass a bunch of surfaces, which is actually what the actual vehicle in the Star Wars universe does. We're going to go ahead and have a look at the front panel here, and this is the main one. You can open it up like so. And we'll also open up the one here on the back, like so. So in here, there are a bunch of fun features we can play with. There's this, which is going to go ahead and move the watchtower up, which I'll get to that in a second. but that's where you have the little lever. And in here you have a bunch of space, which allows you to stick a bunch of clone troopers everywhere. That's the way I've always done it, but you can also do this, and I really like this. You have a watchtower that's included in the set, and what the watchtower does is, I mean, if you need to, you can stick the watchtower in the set or in the tank, and then you just pull this little white thing down here, which allows it. I'm not really good at it. Haven't really done this before, but yeah, the watchtower sticks right in there, so the turbo tank can be carrying it, so we can release it for battle, and that will hold it so that it doesn't just fall right off as the tank turns or so on. So it keeps it in there pretty sturdy, and obviously we can stick still quite a few clone troopers around. So it's a very spacious interior, and I really enjoy this function of the set. We can pull this compartment here on top and put the clip back down. I do want to note that these clips are extremely unreliable and very often break. So that is something to take into account. Obviously this set is now a little over 10 years old, so please do not expect this to be like the new 2016 turbo tank. But yeah, now taking a look here on this other section, in here it is hollow. You could probably modify it to put something, but it's hollow and it's just for the continuity of the set. But here we can open up these panels, and these panels don't do anything at all. The only feature that they have is that they have this simulation of, or what seems to be the power generator of the tank, but there's no fun feature with that. Probably only your imagination when you're playing. But it is a nice little detail to the set. Now when we take a look at the head, or what I used to believe used to be the head, but is actually the tail, this is kind of the command center in a way, and I really do enjoy it. You have these guns down here which go up and down, and these are supposed to shoot and defend, and we do have a little tower here on top which turns around 360, can go up or down. This is what I really like, is you have a full access, and you can have a lot of playability by opening up everything here in the front. And as you can see, this is old Lego Star Wars. You got 2 blasters in there and 2 chairs. So we're going to go ahead and get both our clones, and we can just sit them down. So yeah, really like this fun feature. Obviously it doesn't have a bunch of control panels or anything like it should, but it does look pretty darn nice. And then you can obviously close it up. What I always used to do when I was a child was have this thing blown up and put some red pieces around like an explosion. It definitely kind of looks like that for me. So we can close that up. And so, yeah. Here, these things are supposed to stimulate or show that this is the glass, you know, the glasses of the tank windows. So that's pretty cool. Now if we turn it all around, we're going to get to what is actually the head. And so let me just pull back a bit. There we go. So this one is pretty cool as well. You also have these same blasters, which are the same. And then you have these other guns on the side, which don't really do much. They're kind of just there. This is all back then in the day you have to use your imagination, and there weren't any flick-fire missiles around. Then you have this other, I think this is a gun, I don't really know. I would take a guess this is a gun. And then you can open this up here, and open this one up like so. Kind of confused on this part. I've always been confused on this part of the set. I'll just grab a clone. There we go. So here's what I This is what I think is supposed to happen. You're supposed to put your clone like so. Okay? And then you close this up, and then it seems like the clone is actually looking out and piloting the set. This is what I think that's supposed to be going on, but I'm not 300% sure. But I am I'd say 90% sure that's what's supposed to go on. And then if you look more inside there, it's just the mechanism that holds the set together. That's a pretty neat little function. Never really used it. Kind of just learned by looking at the box 20 minutes ago. But yeah, so that's the head. The set obviously has a bunch of features, so if we go here on top, we will find more features. We do have this gun, this turret. In the new set, it's a turret where you can actually put a clone trooper inside and he can handle it, and it goes all the way 360 and so on. This one is just a cone on a piece, but it does its job pretty well. You can turn it 360 and it goes up and down. I think this is what I've most used on this set, so it definitely does its job pretty well. There's a lot of space here, so if you want to put clone troopers here on top, I don't think that's accurate to what happens in the movie, but you can definitely go ahead and do that. So that's pretty nice. Next up, obviously, is having your clone trooper like so. And I most enjoy this feature of the set, because you can just put the watchtower up and down and so on, however you wish. So LEGO was kind enough to include a tower in the set, and I know this is not much. Obviously, as you can see, the tower has this little function of putting this up and down, and that's to hold it onto the tank, as I've shown previously. It includes this brown plate, which is supposed to show the kashyyyk floor, I guess. And then it has these two pieces which don't open up, and it just goes like this and 360. I know this is not much and it's very limited, but I really wish LEGO would still do something like this. Sure, the build doesn't really look that cool or anything, but I just really like seeing these tiny little builds which accompany nice sets, and that's something we don't really see anymore. So yeah, I really like this little tower, and it definitely fits in the set very well. And finally, the last component of this set is this speeder bike included with the biker scout from kashyyyk, and it does have these printed shields which are very nice and fit very well the set. As you can see, it's a very nice little speeder bike, but there's nothing going on really. So it does have these really nice printed pieces though. Back then, in the first generation of this set, these were transparent blue, kind of like this color, but then they changed it to blue, which is kind of lame. So yeah, the speeder bike doesn't really do much, it's just there. However, it is a lot of fun to just fly around your speeder bike, and this was one of the first cool looking speeder bikes back then. Before this one, they were all kind of old and ugly and stuff. That's it, so let's go ahead and move on to the final thoughts of this set. Alright, so guys, that is all for this LEGO set. Those were all the fun features and everything you can do with this set. This is definitely one of the coolest LEGO sets I have, and definitely would suggest this set to anybody. This set is great for collectors, for children, literally anybody who is into LEGO Star Wars, even people who aren't necessarily into Star Wars, just collect all kinds of LEGO. This set is one of those must-gets for the Star Wars collection. Definitely came out in the 2005 wave, one of the most beloved waves, which is now kind of getting old compared to all the new models they're releasing, but it still remains a really good one. Hopefully I will be able to do a collection video for the 2005 wave soon enough. So as you can see, all the minifigures that you get are now they're exclusive, because you can't really get these old clones anymore. They're kind of harder to get every single year. The battle droids, they're just there. I mean, they don't even stand up. These guys are just, I mean, the battle droids are just there to be there. And then we have this amazing clone trooper, which has been re-released, but I'm not really satisfied with the new version, and so on. So guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching this LEGO Star Wars set review. Please leave a comment and share this video if you guys enjoyed it. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time here on the MAGMA channel. Bye-bye.
The dark side.